Hi, everybody. It's Julie. Welcome to Hello Monday. Today, I am partnered up with my friend Brandy Kincaid for the 12 Tags of Christmas with a feminine twist. And Brandy and I kind of thought about this for a bit and we decided what we wanted to do would involve no red and green together. So we're breaking away from traditional color schemes. We each chose a different color scheme, but we made a pact that neither one of us would use red and green together. That was the taboo. So I showed you what my palette is, and I'm going to start by making a jig, or this is like a die cut jig or a stamping jig. I die cut the pop-up mittens die from some Nina Solar White 110 pound, and I just die cut the same mitten shape twice onto that. And then I'm going to load that in the MISTI and grab some pattern stamps from the Snow Days stamp set that I wanted to stamp onto my mittens. And I'm just going to go ahead and get those positioned exactly where I want them. I'm also going to grab the to and from sentiment from the Ginger House stamp set because I love that, having that to and from, and it's going to be perfect for my mitten tags. I'm doing a double layer of tags. And I've already die cut the mittens from some watercolor paper, and I actually die cut the exact same shape because I'm going to layer them to each other. So I want the thumbs going in the same direction. I don't know why lately I'm on a thumbs going in the same direction kick, but anyway, that's what that's what I'm doing. I'm going to ink up with some VersaFine Nocturne. This is a nice rich black that is going to dry for me and not smear when I do my watercolor work over the top. So now what I can do with this die cut jig is I can just pop out those watercolor mittens after each impression, pop those out. And I actually got smart after a little bit and grabbed some washi tape and coiled it around my finger and realized, man, I could just use the tackiness of that washi tape to just grab those and pop them out. And that was going even faster. So this is like my great mass production idea for 2018. So once you get them all stamped, it's time to do the watercolor work. And you already saw that I'm using a palette of colors chosen from the Catherine Pooler water-based dye inks. And the great thing about these is you can stamp with them, or you can also use them to do watercolor work. So I'm just going to tap these colors against a clean acrylic block, and I'm rotating that block around because for some reason I always reach to watercolor with the closest color to me. I don't know why I do that. So that's why I rotated the block around, because I knew I was not going to reach for the top of the block. So and then I have some paper towel there, and I love using a Pentel Aquash brush for this because then I don't have to worry. I can go really fast and not worry about my hands flailing around and knocking over a jar of water. And that's why I love using those water brushes. And then I can just bam, 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 punch out these tags super fast by just getting all the watercolor work done at one time. And if you get to a point where you run out of color, because I'm lifting all this color up from the acrylic block, it's my palette right now, right? So if I run out of color on that acrylic block, what you can do is take a paper towel and just dry off that area where you need to get more color. And then you can tap the ink pads against the acrylic block again. But you don't want to tap them against a block that's wet, that has puddles of water on it from your water brush, because then you'll get that water. It'll absorb up into your ink pad and dilute your ink pad in ways that will not make you happy. So stay happy, dry off that acrylic block before you tap it again against the surface there to reload more ink there for you to continue painting with. So now my mittens are all dry and they look fabulous, and I love this color scheme. I'm going to go ahead and layer them together. I'm going to double punch right through them with the Crocodile because it's got a nice 1/8 inch hole punch that'll go through almost anything you throw at it. And then I'm going to grab some black and white baker's twine. This one is by Lawn Fawn. I'm just going to thread that through, and I'm going to do an overhand knot. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm going to do it very loosely. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want those tags to kind of be able to separate or, flip apart. So that way you can see who the package is, to and who it's from, and you have room to write and everything. And that's one of the fun things about doing the double layers is it's just fun to have a pair of them, and it's fun to, have that extra space. Maybe you want to write a more personal note, more than just, to and from. You have something else you want to say on it. So you got the space to do it, right? So now I wanted to show you how I decorated the package, and this was just a quick trick, and I thought it was so much fun I had to share it. Okay, so I've got a sheet of glue dots. I just removed the backing sheet, and then I laid it onto some white paper because I thought it might help you see them better, but no, you can't see them any better than you did when they were just on my black cutting pad there. But anyway, I already die cut a whole bunch of these little tiny snowflakes, and these were die cut from some 110-pound Solar White, and I threw them in a bowl, and then I'm just grabbing them and popping them onto those glue dots. And there you can see my die. I didn't separate this die. I just leave it like that because then I can punch out a whole bunch of those shapes on my die cutting machine. And there you can see I just wrapped my package with twine, and then I could just pop those right off with my tweezers off the glue sheet, a glue dot sheet, and stick them right onto the twine to create a garland that's wrapped around my gift. And I was like, God, I love that. I want to do every package like that. Happy holidays. Hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.